Okay, how we doing then? Right, nutrition for your knees. I've given you guys a lot of value in these last few weeks. If just you can probably fix your knees just by carrying on with watching my YouTube channel and me just posting content every single day. You're probably going to be able to fix your knees, so keep watching. It's going to be good. So yeah, nutrition for your knees. So the danger of a knee injury. Probably some of you have dealt with this. Probably most likely most of you. Um, and look at me here. Look at that. So this is I don't even look like the same person. That's crazy. So after my knee injury, I was eating the same calories and I was doing less exercise, so that equals weight gain. And I'm sure this is the same for everyone. You're used to eating in a certain way. Then you do your knee injury. You can't play football anymore. You can't play volleyball. You can't do your sport. You can't walk around. You can't do everything. So you end up gaining weight. This is quite clearly what happened to me here. I went from 8 stone to 13 stone in a matter of like 6 months, which was absolutely crazy. I didn't even realize at the time, to be honest. But that is rough. Look at that. But yeah, so every extra kilogram you have in your upper body is an extra 4 kilos on the knee. So not only do we gain weight in this way, but it's actually detrimental to our knee even more. And also just the mental side of stuff, like when you've got pain, when you're constantly living and you can't do the stuff that you used to do, and you're not doing healthy stuff, you kind of have this, oh, I need to comfort myself with binging, which is what I did. I ate sweets, I ate chocolate, and it's a vicious cycle, but we have to be strong. We have to do it for ourselves and actually give ourselves grace, because obviously it's a tough time in our lives, but actually give ourselves the best tools possible to get out of knee pain, to have less inflammation and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to give you in this video. It's not going to be easy, obviously, but you want to get into the psychology behind it. So yeah, principle one is unprocessed foods. So unprocessed foods are harder to eat loads of calories off. So if you have 4 steaks, that's like 2,000 calories, and that's quite a lot. But if you go for, like, say, chicken, if you have like 2 kilos of chicken, that's rough. But if you have like 2 kilos of chocolate, I could probably get that down in like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely different because it's protein. I'll go into that in a sec, actually. And then yeah, you also have no inclination to binge to start with. When you have like the first 7 days or whatever off sugar, off the processed foods, you will be like craving it. So you got to really just really be secure and know the psychology behind it, and just try and get those first like withdrawal stages of not having processed food. And then once you get past that, it's smooth sailing, to be honest. And I'm not saying don't have the odd thing here and there. If you've got family, if you're going for a meal out, something like that, obviously try and choose healthy options. When I go for a meal out, instead of having like a pizza, dessert, starter, I'll probably just have like some chicken pasta, some very nice chicken pasta. So yeah, or steak. You get a steak out, but then it's expensive. Depends on how much you have. So yeah, there's no inclination to binge, and there's less information from these unprocessed foods. Processed foods, like even now, if I eat like a chocolate bar or something like that, the next day I'll just wake up and I'll just be a little sore. I'll be a little sluggish, and I'll just have some inflammation in my body. And when you say you have something like tendonitis, if you're eating all these unprocessed, no, sorry, these processed foods over and over and over, that's just going to cause more of the inflammation in your knee and just make your knee pain worse. So I've actually had clients come to me and we've just changed up their diet, and within like the first 2 weeks, I've been like, I actually think it's the diet that's just decreased my knee pain so much. Like, it's so crazy. So yeah, and also better recovery. So when you're eating unprocessed foods, the training that you do in the gym is going to be better for you, because you're going to be able to recover from it better. You're going to be sleeping better. You're going to be growing bigger muscles, bigger connective tissue, and ultimately leading to getting out of knee pain quicker. So this is very, very, very key. Like I say, odd treat here and there. And something I forgot to mention with this danger of knee injury is that we want to obviously get the exercise back in, and then the way we do that is pain-free training. So stuff like backwards walking to start with, band and knee extensions, and then just building it up from there. But that's how I got back into the exercise side of stuff. Okay, cool. And then principle number 2, protein is king. So the more protein we eat, this is actually what's going to build our muscle, build our connective tissue, allow us to recover, get better in training, get stronger, do all this kinds of stuff. So eat more protein. protein is also more satiating. So if I eat, like today, I've had for breakfast bacon and eggs, didn't eat till like 2. And then I had, what did I have? Eggs, scrambled eggs and ham. Didn't eat again for like another 5 hours because I just wasn't hungry. Obviously, we're having coffee and stuff like this. That's another trick. If you want to satiate your hunger, have some coffee. Obviously, not too late in the day, but it does help. And then this evening, I literally just had a steak, nothing else. And I'm just like ready to go. I'll have some carbs later on in the night to get me ready for bed and stuff like that. But I don't have carbs during the day because I want to be like wired, gone, locked in, as Mucci says. Okay, cool. And then we want to be aiming for at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So I'm about 145, 150 pounds, I think. I mean, I do kg because I'm in the UK, but I eat possibly about 200 to 220, 230 grams of protein a day. And yeah, just get it in, man. Like, it's needed. It's gonna make your whole life better, to be honest. And we want to be getting these from good sources of food, so chicken, mince, steak, eggs, this kind of stuff, rather than protein yogurts that are still processed. Like, we want to be, and also we want to be getting them from good sources. So not all proteins are the same, not all eggs are the same. If you get eggs that are caged, all that kind of stuff, then they're not going to be as good as like grass-fed beef, unpasteurized eggs and stuff like that. So you also want to be looking at where it's coming from, wild caught salmon, stuff like that. Just make sure that not only is the stuff you're eating good, but where is it coming from? So yeah, protein is king. And something I like here is get to at most 15% body fat. So there's probably about 2 years difference between that picture of me in Dubai to these pictures here. I had a girlfriend before this, so obviously you're going out, you're eating, you're going to the cinema, stuff like that. Once I got out of that, obviously that's motivation as well, but I just got lean and my knees never, ever, ever felt better. And since then, I've never really strayed above about 16 and 17%. I think I got to about 17, 18% around Christmas time, but obviously Christmas is Christmas. And then I've just been back on the meat and fruit diet now and probably down to about 14%. I'm going to get down to probably 10 to 12 again. I think this probably here is literally like under 10% body fat. I was shredded and I never felt better in my life. Like, your hormones are going to be better if you're a man. Don't get too shredded if you're a female. Obviously, like when you've got body fat and stuff, you're not gonna have as much testosterone, there's more estrogen in your body, so being leaner is more beneficial to a man. Obviously, you don't want to be obese as a woman, but you don't want to be absolutely shredded to the bone. And again, even if you're a man, you don't want to be like 6-5% body fat as shredded as, because that's also going to mess up your hormones. You want to get to that good spot, which is probably anywhere between, depending on the person, 8 to 15% body fat. 8 for some people might be too low. 15 for some people might be too high. You just got to figure it out, figure out where you're best, test your blood levels, stuff like that. And there, like I said before, like less weight in your knee. The leaner you are, the less force and pressure is going to be on your knee. So we want to go for relative strength. That's why all our ATG standards are like 20% of body weight, this kind of stuff, because we're going for relative strength, not like, okay, 140 kg on a squat. Because if you're obese and you're doing you weigh 140 kg and you're doing 140 kg on a squat, that's not that impressive. If I weigh 60 kg and I'm doing 140 kilograms on a squat, that's that impressive. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of my thoughts about relative strength and stuff like that. And then obviously you just get the benefits of a better self-image when you're walking past the mirror or something like that, and you look at yourself, you're like, oh, that's good. It takes your mind off the pain. When you're in pain, knee pain, stuff like this, you want to do stuff that's good for you, good for your mental health. You wanna spend time with friends. You wanna feel good about yourself by getting to a lean body fat. You wanna start building your pain-free ability and getting more strength and seeing that you can then unlock new capabilities, and that again starts to build more momentum, and then you just get out of pain. So yeah, cool. Forgot to put the principal numbers. I think this is 4. Drink more water. So humans are made up of a minimum of 60% water. Brains more. So really, it's vital performance, vital for brain health, vital for dropping body fat, increasing strength. If you're dehydrated and you go into the gym, you're going to be weaker in the gym. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure I personally have about 6 liters a day. At one point, I was having about 9, but that was excessive. Definitely wouldn't recommend that. But aim for a minimum of 2. 4 is good. 4 is probably perfect, to be honest. 4 is about the perfect number. 2 is better than if you're having not 2. 4 is better than if you're having less than 4. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on water. And then here's some supplements. So, omega-3s are amazing. They're like the most anti-inflammatory supplement we've got. Vitamin D3, everyone's lacking on vitamin D3, especially if you're in a country like the UK when it gets dark about 3 p.m. And this helps with stuff like depression, anxiety, all this kind of stuff as well. So I definitely think you should be getting at least these 2 supplements in and a multivitamin. And then creatine is a benefit, absolutely amazing. It basically, go into all the science, ATP and stuff like that, but it basically just means you can get extra reps in the gym. So that then leads to more muscle growth, more connective tissue growth, and then the next time it like compounds and compounds and compounds. So if you're taking 3 grams of creatine every day, the compound over the years, if you didn't have that creatine, then you would be much smaller than if you had it every single day. And then just magnesium again. Everyone's deficient on magnesium. Get it in through magnesium supplements. Also, Epsom salt baths are really good. Have it late at night before you go to bed, increases GABA, and then helps you sleep better and helps with recovery. So yeah, let's get to work. Like, look at this for a little bit of motivation. God, that was pretty awful. That doesn't even look recognizable. If I put a picture of this guy and I went, who's this? You wouldn't be able to say me. But then this was probably September, probably about 14-15% body fat there. But it just really does make a difference to your self-image, to your knee health, to everything. I say and I don't like all this bulking and cutting stuff. We just need to get down to a healthy body fat and then maintain over time. Maybe do a little bit of a 200 calorie surplus, maybe even a 300 depending on person to person. You don't want to be getting fat and then cutting and then getting fat and then cutting. We just want to get lean and get relative strength in our knees, especially for people that are athletes. Obviously, if you've got different goals, like you're an NFL athlete or something like that, and you have to be heavy, or a rugby player, people have different goals. So I'm not saying everyone needs to get to 15%, but if we're just looking at knee health, then this is probably going to be the best thing for it. So yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Sign up for my free 5-day workshop. Link in the description. It's going to be held on school. I'll accept the request about 2 days before. It will go through every single thing that you need. You're going to be, if you come in and do the whole 5 days, you'll be able to go out at the end and be like, hey, I'm confident that I'm going to be able to fix my knees with the knowledge I've gained. So yeah, also message me on IG if you've got any questions, if you want to come into my online coaching, anything like that. And if you like this video, share it with someone, even if they need a bit of inspiration, if they're not clued on in nutrition, if someone's struggling with knee pain, send them my other videos. I'm just here to help, here to give value. I'm just trying to help my younger self who was in pain, who didn't understand any of these concepts. And that's pretty much the difference I want to make. So if anyone knows anyone that needs this kind of stuff, share it to them and they'll probably thank you for it. So yeah, cool. Hope that helps. If you have any other questions on nutrition, like I say, message me on Instagram. But yeah, thanks for watching.